Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started.
And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready up. Set.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Ready.
Second down, here's Barkley again. Oh, good move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Bacon. That's complete to Tony.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up the third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 42 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. A handoff, Barkley running left. Shoves him off at the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards, good for a giant first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Off the bootleg. Bacon gets this to Waller on the crossing route. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On third down, Barkley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 right at the 30. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Throwing is Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Here's Hurts to throw. He delivers another to Goedert, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend, and usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch in the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about that. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Giants 3. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Bacon. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
With career touchdown number 70.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll try the right side here. Barkley able to push his way through. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
13. Giants 3.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Let's go now.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Ready?
They'll go to Barkley again. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 26. And they can't bring him down.
And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Touchdown, Eagles! Rashad Bateman, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Here we go. Set.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Looking to throw. Bacon. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A first down carry for Barkley.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Off play action. Bacon. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
No touch that. Miami.
Now a give, right side, Swift.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They go play action with Hurts.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. 29 yards.
And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Giants 3. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination, but they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Ready.
To throw on 2nd down, Bacon.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Sidney Brown with it.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Algier going straight ahead.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Go Silver, ready? Hey, easy, 63.
Hurts.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Dumps this one off to Algier.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here's Swift.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll throw now on the final play. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Tiger swamp.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now this throw caught left side.
Now inside the 25. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Ready. Back to throw. Bacon. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second down, here's Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. A good pick up there, 20 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hurts throw complete there to Bateman.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
King. Hey, 73. Crowd love Yanni.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To throw again on second down.
Hurts.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Smith.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Back to throw again. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Eagles extend their lead yet again. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Giants 3.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
What you get paid for?
Ready. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Off the play fake. Bacon. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Keely Ringo picks it off. Down the sideline he goes.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Next to score, Eagles 48, Giants 3. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Let's go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off the bootleg. Bacon. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10. 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ready.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Ready. 22 needle. Set.
Warren looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
On the set. Ready.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Warren
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Eagles are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Giants.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Down.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And that's going to be another 1st down. Good running for him to start the drive. This one, 11 yards. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Algier with another carry. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 75 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And oh, he coughed it up. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Algier now up the middle.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
Right now, they want...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jet. Hut.
Saquon Barkley running right. Wiggles free. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
3rd down and 1.
Ready.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Oh, what a move. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Ready. Break. Ready.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley.
Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Ready.
A handoff, Barkley running left. A nice little juke. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4, so 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Eagles, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.